you're doing well. This is another part of my sort of gift ideas series. Today, I thought I could show you some gifts that I've gotten for my boyfriend this year. We've been together for 5 years. This will be our 5th Christmas together. So I would like to think that I know him pretty well and know exactly what he wants. Today I'll be showing you several things that I have for him. And maybe it'll give you some ideas for things for your partner or the artistic person in your life. My boyfriend is an artist. He does work in several mediums. I have lots of fun things to show you. I hope it will give you some inspiration for Christmas or whatever holiday you celebrate, and hopefully relax you and put you to sleep. Before we get started, it seems somebody has chosen to join us on the gift table. This is our kitten. Her name is Boogie. She was a surprise from a stray we took in, and we still have the stray, Boogie's mama, but I thought I would let Boogie say hello so you could meet her. Maybe you'll see her in more videos and see how she gets big. The first thing that I have to show you might seem a bit strange, but this is a bottle of blood orange soda. This is the brand. I think it's pronounced Riem, but I'm not sure. I haven't taken French since high school. My boyfriend loves drinks. That's the only way I can think to put it. He asked for a lot of different kinds of drinks this Christmas, and he loves this blood orange soda. He likes the San Pellegrino blood orange too. But this one is from World Market, and it's a pretty big bottle. And I love these little flip tops. We use them for water on picnics once they've been used. I have more than one of these, but I didn't want to show you a bunch of the same glass bottles. Makes a beautiful ringing noise. We'll set that over there. The next thing I have to show you is this artist's palette. It's a wooden artist's palette for painting. And I think you can use these for any kind of paint. He'll most likely use it for oil painting. But I went with a wooden one rather than a plastic one because I think he'll like the way the wood gets stained with the paint more than he would the plastic one. And originally I wanted to get him a glass one, but I was at the creative reuse store that I talked about in my last video, and they didn't have any glass or ceramic palettes, so I went with this wooden one. And I think this is originally from Michael's, maybe, but as you can see, it's still new in the packaging. Has a little hole where the thumb goes through, but that's okay, he won't mind. It's pretty large, so I hope it can hold a lot of colors and do what he needs it to do. Next, I have a few things from Five Below to show you. One thing I didn't mention earlier is that he does lino cuts, and one of the cheapest mediums for carving lino cuts is just like plain erasers, and they had some of these around back to school, so he'll be able to make at least 2 prints out of this, back and front, and the sides are fairly thick also, so he might be able to make something on either side as well. But I'm very excited to see what he makes with this jumbo eraser. When I found these at Five Below, I only got the one, but I should have gotten more because I think they were only $1. But I think he'll enjoy it regardless. Next, Tim, my boyfriend's name is Tim, usually uses the same kind of sketchbook each time he starts a new one, but this year he talked about wanting to try new different sketchbooks, different shapes and sizes. I think the one he usually uses is Bristol board, which is like a thicker paper, kind of like watercolor paper, but these are from Five Below. It's a 5-pack of sketchbooks with scalloped edges. You can see the pretty edges here. But I thought he would enjoy these, and I got these from Five Below, I think I said. They're super cute. They have different patterns. There's a plain dark green one, stripes, and 3 with different floral patterns. So I think he'll like these a lot. In a similar vein to the sketchbooks I just showed you, we have 2 journals, also from Five Below. They have soft fabric covers. This one has a maybe Lily of the Valley pattern on it. It's a beautiful red velvety texture. And then we have a black one with a tie that goes all the way around. And it has a sort of shiny crushed velvet texture. And these will be used as character notebooks for our D&D campaigns. He's been wanting some new ones, and they just happen to have these beautiful, fantastical ones at Five Below when I went a few weeks ago. So I think he'll really enjoy these. I believe this is also from Five Below. This is a little Kirby Friends parasol. It's not quite a blind box because it tells you which one you get, but you can tell that there are multiple options of what you can get. There's one of Waddle Dee, Jester Kirby, Zelda Kirby, Sleeping Kirby. And I thought this was a pretty good deal. I think it was $5. Usually blind boxes like this are much more expensive at other stores like Miniso or Barnes & Noble or things like that. This next one that I have to show you is a very lucky thrift find. We were at our usual thrift store a few months ago, and in their craft section, I spotted a bag of oil painting supplies. So there was linseed oil, trays, brushes, and paint. And inside of it were these 3 boxes of tubes of oil paint. This is ivory black, and as you can see, there are 3 tubes inside. The box itself is a bit dirty, so I'll probably put it in a different box to wrap it and give it to him. But the paint inside is sealed and has never been used. Let's take a look. see? 3 completely new tubes of oil paint. Oh my goodness. I hadn't looked in here yet at these exact colors. This says phthalo green on it, but it's ivory black. Looks like there is a phthalo green. I'm very excited to see what he paints with them. In the same vein as the oil paint, I have this single tube of white watercolor. And originally, I know that he wanted gouache, but there is not a single place in the entire city that I live in that had white gouache by itself. So I got him watercolor, and I kind of talked to him about it, and he said that that would probably work. I don't think he knows that that's what he's getting, but this will be a fun little gift to open. Next, this is something that might end up going in his stocking. I have a little stack of thrifted Pokemon cards, and there are quite a few here, and I've taken out all of the energies and trainers and items so that it's just Pokemon. And along with this, I've already wrapped it, so you won't see it in this video, but along with all of these cards, I made him a card binder so that he can more easily look at all of his Pokemon cards. So I think he'll really enjoy this. He played the game as a kid and has been kind of casually collecting cards the last few years, so I hope he likes some of these. Here's something else kind of fun. He bought one of these pens when we went on vacation with my family this most recent summer, and he absolutely loved it and used it up in a matter of a couple of weeks in his sketchbook. These are Pentel Sparkle Pop pens in purple. I think that his favorite color is purple. And I finally found some more at Pop Shelf, I think. And I think he's gonna be really, really happy. He's been waxing poetic and talking about how much he misses that pen. So I think this will be really a nice surprise for him. Next, to show you, I have a DVD. We're big physical media people. We don't do a lot of streaming other than YouTube. And we watched Psycho a couple of years ago, and he really, really enjoyed it and has been wanting to watch the second one. And I finally found a good deal on it on eBay, and it came a few weeks ago. So I think he'll be very happy about this. I'm very excited to watch it with him. I love watching movies together. Along that same vein, we watched the original series of Twin Peaks together this year. And so this Christmas, he's getting the sequel series, so we can watch it together. I'm really excited, and I know he will be too. It's got a little bit of gluey stuff on the front here, so I'll make sure to clean that off before I wrap it up and give it to him. Along those same physical media lines, he loves cassette tapes. When we were in high school together, instead of listening to music on his phone, he brought his Walkman to school and listened to tapes on that. And I just thought it was so endearing that he preferred listening to music like that. It wasn't like a pretentious thing, it was just, he liked the sound of it and liked, I guess, the nostalgia factor of listening to cassettes rather than, listening on your phone or your iPod or whatever. So he's at a point where he has so many cassettes that he needs storage for them. So I found this at an antique mall, and it's beautifully clean, doesn't have any sort of like cigarette smell or anything like that. And it holds, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Looks like 16 tapes. So that'll be wonderful. And along with this, he's getting a couple of cassette tapes for Christmas. He's a big fan of goth music and like alternative music from the 70s and 80s. So he's getting an Echo and the Bunnymen cassette and a Sisters of Mercy cassette, which I was very pleased to finally have found for a good deal just like a couple weeks ago. Getting pretty close to Christmas and my deadline. The next thing I have to show you is another art supply. This is black duck canvas. It's for painting patches for jackets and bags and stuff like that. I got him 2 different kinds. They have a little bit of kitty fur on them, but I'm sure he won't mind since it is from our kitties. This is a bit of a strange one, but when we were at Michael's around Halloween, they had these little hanging planters that are shaped like crows, and my boyfriend loves crows and ravens and other corvids, so I think he'll get a real kick out of this, and maybe plant an herb in it or something like that to hang on our balcony. And I think what I'm going to do to make the eyes stand out a little more is paint the eye red and then put some gloss on it so it looks like shiny red raven eyes. In the vein of tabletop games, I also got him a couple sets of dice. There are 7 in a set. If you're unfamiliar with D&D and other similar tabletop role-playing games, there's a D20, and the D20 just means dice, 20-sided, so this is a 20-sided die. A D12, which is a 12-sided die. There are technically 2 D10s, but one is a percentile. So this one just has the normal 10 numbers, except for the fact that the 10 is represented by a 0. Not sure if you can see it. There we go. And the other one has numbers like this on it in 10s. So this would be 100. That's 40. On the other side are 70, 30, and so on and so forth. After the D10 comes the D8, 8-sided die, and then a D6, and a D4. And these are very beautiful. I want to keep them for myself, but of course I'm not going to. They have shimmery, clear interiors and dark blue numbers. And they make a wonderful sound. The second set that I got him is this set, and as you can see, this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 dice in it. And that is because this one comes with 2 d20s, which I thought was really cool. They're sort of a shimmery purple and yellow, and the d4 is a unique shape. So I think he's gonna like these a lot, and it's fun that they come in a little potion bottle with a cork. And the bottle itself is plastic, but the cork is real cork. So he can always put these in another actual glass bottle if he wants to display them like this. These are goat milk soaps. They're locally made with, of course, goat's milk. There's 3 different scents. This one is lemongrass. This one is vanilla. And this one is called Spa Day. And recently we ran out of our normal soap that we use, which was crafted by some family members that live pretty far away, and they've gotten out of the soap making business, so we were looking for a local alternative, and at a Christmas craft market recently, we found a vendor with some pretty reasonable prices and good scents. So I picked up 3 of them for him to choose between, and whichever one he ends up liking the most, I'll probably order more of for his birthday or next Christmas. So I mentioned earlier that we watched Twin Peaks this year, and my boyfriend really enjoyed the show, like a lot. And he wanted a Twin Peaks shirt, but I didn't want to buy a reproduction, and I couldn't really find any from when it was originally airing in the 90s that were, like, not necessarily official merch, but something that I thought he would really like. And the thing that he liked most about the show was the poem that they say, the Fire Walk With Me poem. So I went ahead and made him a shirt of it. So I found the font online. I didn't want to use the official font because I thought it would look too busy on the shirt. So I picked this one and I copied it onto a piece of paper and then painted it on here. And I hope he likes it. I messed up a little up here where you can see some specks of white paint, but I think they'll come out pretty easily once I stain stick it. It says, "Through the darkness of future past, the magician longs to see. One chance out between 2 worlds. Fire, walk with me." And that's the poem from the show. So I hope that he likes this. I think that he will, but it's always okay to be a little nervous, you know. The last thing that I have to show you is what he wanted most this Christmas. He played the original when he was a kid, and when the new one came out, it was only available on Steam. And both of us don't really like to buy things online because they can be taken away. I prefer physical copies, and he does too. So they finally came out with a physical copy of this game. It's Alan Wake 2, and this is the deluxe edition, and includes the remastered edition of Alan Wake, the original game, plus the Night Springs expansion, the Lake House expansion, and deluxe edition cosmetics. So I'm really, really excited to give this to him. I'm sure you can tell, but I think he's really going to like it and have a lot of fun playing it. That is it for what I wanted to show you of what I got my boyfriend this Christmas. I hope that he likes everything. I'm excited to wrap these things with you. I hope you had a good time looking through these things with me. I certainly had a good time showing them to you. Have a good night.